Bismillah. In this video, I'm going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4, October-November 2021, Variant 3. Number 1. The diagram shows three triangles T, A, and B drawn on a 1 cm square grid. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T into triangle A. From T to A, so this rotation clockwise 90, so rotation 90 clockwise. We need to find the center of rotation. Center of rotation, you can use tracing paper or you can use triangle method. If we take this point, its image here, so this point and this is the image. Now join them, this using triangle method. Now draw angle 45 and angle 45 from this side and that one. They will intersect at this point. So this is the center of rotation. Or you can use tracing paper and check some points. So for the center of rotation, 5 and 2. BI, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle T into triangle B. So from T to B, this translation to find the position vector for translation. Take point and its image. To travel from this point to that one, 1 to the left, then 4 up. So this translation, 1 to the left means -1, the x displacement -1, and 4 up, so -1 and 4. Double I, calculate the distance that each point on triangle T moves when it is mapped onto triangle B. So from T to B, each point 1 to the left and 4 up. So to find the magnitude for this vector, to find the distance means magnitude, find the magnitude of the vector -1 and 4. So square root -1 all squared plus 4 squared equals root 17 equals 4.12. 2a, A, B, and B are points on a circle, center O, and the angle OBA 38. Find angle APB. So we need to find this angle. This angle equal half that one, because the circumference angle half the central angle. How to find the central angle? Triangle AOB isosceles, because radius and radius. So this angle 38, and angle O equals 180 minus 38 plus 38 equals 104 degrees. So angle O is 104 degrees. Now angle B equal half angle O. So angle ABB equals 104 divided by 2 equals 52. So this angle 52. B, CDEF is a cyclic quadrilateral, and the FC equal FE. TU is a tangent to the circle at C. The angle TCF equals 50. Find angle EFC. EFC. We need to find this angle. Now we have TU tangent and this chord and this angle 50. So this angle FEC equals 50. Alternate segment theorem. Because angle of tangency equals the circumference angle on the chord from the other side. Now if this 50 and this isosceles triangle, so side equals side, so this angle equals that one, so this angle 50. Now you can find angle F. Angle EFC equals 180 minus 50 plus 50. So 180 minus 50 plus 50 equals 80. Now angle EFC equals 80. Double I, angle CDE. Angle CDE. We have cyclic quad. The opposite angle in cyclic quad add up to 180. So angle CDE equals 180 minus 80 equals 100. So this equals 100 because 180 minus 80. Number 3a. The diagram shows a prism. The cross section of the prism is trapezium with CD parallel to AB, and the AC equals BD. AB equals 10, CD equals 4, and the height of the trapezium is 5. The volume of the prism is 525. The prism is made of iron. 1 centimeter cube of iron has mass 7.8 gram. Calculate the mass of the prism. Give your answer in kilogram. So to find the mass, the volume 525 centimeter cube, and the mass for 1 centimeter cube is 7.8, so multiply by 7.8 to find the total mass in gram, then divide by 1000 to convert to kilogram. Equals 4.095 kg. Double I, calculate the length of the prism. The volume of the prism equals the cross section, area of cross section, times the length. So 525, this is the volume, equals area of a cross section, this means area of trapezoid. So half times 10 plus 4 times the height, which is 5, times the length. Area of trapezoid equals 35. So 35 L is 525. So L equals 525 divide 35 equals 15 centimeter. Triple I, calculate the total surface area of the prism. Total surface area means area of all faces. We have 6 faces, 2 trapezium, and 4 rectangles. For trapezium, we found the area of trapezium, which is 35. So the 2 trapezium, 35 times 2 equals 70. For the rectangle at the top, the length, we have the length of the prism 15, so this 15 centimeter. Now we can find the area for this rectangle. 4 times 15, so 4 times 15 for the rectangle at the top equals 60 centimeter square. And the rectangle at the bottom is 10 times 15, so 10 times 15, 150 centimeter square. Now we need to find the area of the 2 rectangles, this one and that one. They are equal, so we need to find area of one of them. We have the length 15, but we need to find the width. So to find the width, we can drop line from D, and we can drop line from C. Now we have rectangle, this rectangle, so if this 4, this is also 4. Because AB equal 10, so 10 minus 4 equals 6, divide by 2 equals 3, so 3, this side is 3 and this side is 3. And the height of the trapezium 5, so this is 5. Now we can find the weights of this rectangle. We can find dB. So dB equals square root 5 square plus 3 square equals 5.83 centimeter. Now we can find the area for this rectangle. 15 times 5.83. So the area of the rectangle 15 times 5.83. And because we have two rectangles with the same area, so multiply by 2 equals 174.9. Now for the total surface area, add all the two trapezium, the rectangle at the top, the rectangle at the bottom, the two rectangles at the two sides, 174.9 equals 454.9. So 455 to 3 significant figures. IV, in mathematically similar prism, the height of the trapezium is 10 centimeter. Calculate the volume of this prism. We know that V1 over V2 equals side 1 power 3 over side 2 power 3 for the two prisms if they are similar. The volume of the original prism 525, and we need to find the volume of the second prism, equals height power 3, so 5 power 3 over 10 power 3. Now cross multiply to find the volume of the second prism. So the volume equals 525 times 10 power 3 divide 5 power 3 equals 4,200 centimeter cube. B. A cuboid measures 10 centimeter by 4 centimeter by 6 centimeter. Each side is measured correct to the nearest centimeter. Complete the inequality for the volume. So we need the minimum and the maximum for the volume. Each side correct to the nearest centimeter. So this means 1 centimeter divided by 2, so 0.5. So if I need upper, add 0.5. If I need lower, subtract 0.5. So to find the minimum value, subtract 0.5 from each side. So 9.5 times 3.5 times 5.5 equals 182.875 centimeter cube. To find the maximum value or the volume, add 0.5 for each side, so 10.5 times 4.5 times 6.5 equals 307.125 centimeter cube. So now the inequality 182.875, this is the minimum, and the maximum 307.125. Number 4a, solve the simultaneous equation. 2b minus q equals 7, 3b plus 2q equals 7. You can multiply the first equation by 2 to eliminate q. Now the first equation will be 4b minus 2q equals 14. The second equation same, 3b plus 2q equals 7. Now if we add, we eliminate q because negative 2q and positive 2q. So add them. So 7b and cancel negative 2 and positive 2 equals 21. Now divide by 7, divide by 7, so b equals 3. Now substitute in the first equation, so 2 times 3 minus q equals 7. So 6 minus q equals 7. So q equals 6 minus 7, which is negative 1. So B equal 3, Q equals negative 1. B, solve the equation x over 4 plus 2x over 3 equals 1. You can make single fraction for the left hand side. 3 times 4 equals 12. Then x multiplied 3 equals 3x plus 2x times 4 equals 8x equals 1. Now transpose 12 to the other side, multiply. So 3x plus 8x equals 12. So 11x equals 12. Divide by 11, divide by 11. So x equals 12 over 11. Now see, 3x minus 2 more than negative 8 less than or equal negative 7. Solve the inequality. So add 2 for all sides. Or you can transpose negative 2 to the other side by positive. So now you are left with 3x less than or equal 9 more than negative 6. Then divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. So x more than negative 2 less than or equal 3. Double I, find the integer values of x that satisfy the inequality. The integers between negative 2 and 3 more than negative 2 and less than or equal 3. So negative 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. D, factorize 16a minus 4a squared. The first step to factorize, common factor. 16 and 4, a and a bar 2. So the common factor 4a. Now bracket 4a times what equals 16a. So times 4 minus 4a times what equal 4a squared times a. So 4a into 4 minus a. For E, write each of the following as a single fraction in its simplest form. 1 over 2a divide 3 over 4b. So equals 1 over 2a divide will be multiply and find the reciprocal for the second fraction. So 4b over 3. You can simplify. Divide by 2 equals 1. Divide by 2 equals 2. So now multiply the numerators together. 1 times 2b equals 2b. A multiplied 3, so equal 3a. So 2b over 3a. Double I, 2 minus x over x minus 1. 2 can be written 2 over 1. Now multiply the denominator. 1 times x minus 1 equal x minus 1. Then cross multiply, so 2 times x minus 1 minus 1 times x, which is x. Simplify the numerator. 2 times x equals 2x. 2 times negative 1, negative 2. Then minus x over x minus 1. 2x minus x equal x. So x minus 2 over x minus 1. X minus 2 over x minus 1. 5a. $500 is invested at a rate 3% per year. Calculate the total interest earned at the end of 7 years when simple interest is paid. So if simple interest, so to find the simple interest, I equals BRT over 100. So 500 times 3 times 7 over 100 equals 105. So the interest 105. For double I, if compound interest, so we can find the total amount, then subtract the original to find the total interest. So A equals 500 into 1 plus 3 over 100 power 7 equals 614.94 to 2 decimal places. Now if I need the compound interest, so subtract 614.94 minus 500, so equals 114.94. So the answer to three significant figure, $115. So take care. When he needs the total interest, so this means the interest, not the total amount. So total interest, this means the interest itself. B, the value of a car decreases exponentially by 10% each year. The value now 6,269.40. Calculate the value of the car 3 years ago. So we need to find the value 3 years ago. So this is the new value. So the new value, which is 6,269, equals the old value. We can write X for the old value times 1 minus, because decreases, 10 over 100 power 3. We need to find this value. This value equal 0.729 times X, so X equals 6,269. Now to find X, so divide 6,269 by 0.729 equals 8,603 significant figures. Number 6, calculate AD. In triangle ADC, we have two angles and one side, so sine rule. So to find AD over sine 50 equals 12 over sine 100. So AD over sine 50 equals 12 over sine 100. So now cross multiply, so AD equals 12 sine 50 divide sine 100. So AD equals 12 sine 50 divide sine 100 equals 9.33. B, calculate the angle BAC. In this triangle we have three sides, so you can find this angle using cosine rule. So to find this angle, cosine inverse, now fraction, the numerator, the adjacent for this angle, square and plus, minus the opposite square. So 12 squared plus 11 squared minus 8 squared over 2 times the two adjacent sides. So 2 times 12 times 11 equals 40.4 to 1 decimal place. C, calculate the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. To find the area for this quad, we can find the area for this triangle plus area for that one. First, we need to write what we have. AD equals 9.33 and the angle BAC is 40.4. So, for this triangle to find the area, we need two sides and the included angle. We have two sides, but we need the included angle. If this 50 and this 100, we can find the third one, which is 180 minus 100 minus 50 equals 30. So this angle 30. Now you can find the area of triangle CAD equals half times 9.33 times 12 sine the included angle, which is 30. For this triangle, We have two sides and the included angle, so the area half times 12 times 11 sine 40.4. Now add them, so the area equals 70.8 to 3 significant figures. D. Calculate the shortest distance from B to AC. From B to AC, the shortest distance is the perpendicular distance. So we need to find this distance. Now we have right angle triangle. I mean this triangle. We have this side 11 and this angle 40. Then we can find the opposite. So sine 40.4 equals the opposite, we can call this x, over the hypotenuse, which is 11. So now to find x, cross multiply 11 sine 40.4 equals 7.13 centimeter. 7a. Amir buys 3 cakes that cost C each and 2 loaves of bread that cost 2C minus 11 cents each. He spends a total of $5.87. Find the value of C. The cost for the cakes 3 times the cost of each one, so 3 times C, and the cost for the loaves 2 times the cost of each one, which is 2C minus 11. This equals, now we have the cost in dollars, we need to change into cent because we have the cost for cakes and loaves in cent, so 587. Now solve, expand 3C, 2 times 2, 4C, 2 times negative 11, negative 22, equals 587. 3C plus 4C equals 7C minus 22 equals 587. Now transpose negative 22 to the other side by positive. So 7C equals 587 plus 22 equals 609. Now divide by 7, divide by 7. So C equals 87 cents. B. A bottle of water costs W dollars. A bottle of juice costs W plus 1. Alex spent $22 on bottles of water and $42 on bottles of juice. The number of bottles of water is equal to the number of bottles of juice. Find the value of W. So to find the number of bottles of water, you need to divide the cost, the total cost for the bottles of water, which is 22, by the cost of each one, which is W. This equal the number of bottles of juice, so the total cost for all bottles of juice, which is 42, over the cost of each one, which is W plus 1. They are equal, so cross multiply to solve. So 22 times W plus 1 equals 42W. So 22 times W, 22W. 22 times 1, so 22 equals 42W. You can transpose 22 to the other side. So 22 equals 42 minus 22, which is 20. So 20W, divide by 20, divide by 20. So W equals 1.1. C. Alicia walks a distance 9 kilometers at speed x kilometers per hour. She then runs a distance of 5 kilometers at speed 2x plus 1 kilometers per hour. The total time Alicia takes is 2.5 hours. Shows that 10x squared minus 41x minus 18 equals 0. To find the time for the first journey, you need to divide the distance by the speed. So 9 divided by x. Plus, because I need the total time. The time for the second journey, the distance, which is 5 over the speed, which is 2x plus 1. So 5 over 2x plus 1 equals 2.5. Now add the two algebraic fractions. Multiply the denominator first. X times 2x, 2x squared. And x times 1 equal x. Then cross multiply to find the numerator. 9 times 2x plus 1 plus 5 times x. We can simplify the numerator. 9 times 2x and 9 times 1. So 18x plus 9 plus 5x over 2x squared plus x. We can simplify more. 18x plus 5x equal 23x plus 9 over 2x squared plus x. Now this equal 2.5. So you can cross multiply. 2.5 times 2x squared plus x equals 23x plus 9. 2.5 times 2, so 5, so 5x squared. 2.5 times x, 2.5x. Now transpose 23 to the other side, so minus 23x minus 9 equals 0. You can multiply by 2. So multiply two sides by 2. So you have 10x squared plus 5x minus 46x minus 18 equals 0. Now combine the like terms. 5 minus 46 is 41. So 10x squared minus 41x minus 18 equal 0. Double I, work out Alicia running speed. You must show all the working. So for the running speed, she then run a distance 5 kilometers with speed 2x plus 1. So the running speed is 2x plus 1. So we need to find x. Now solve this equation. 10x squared minus 41x minus 18 equals 0. You can use the formula. A equals 10, B negative 41, C negative 18. So x equals negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So you have two values for x. If x negative rejected. Now use your calculator mode 5-3 to get the two answers. The two values, negative 0.4 and the other value 4.5. Negative 0.4 rejected because speed cannot be negative. So x equal 4.5. So the running speed is 2x plus 1. So 2 times 4.5 plus 1 equals 10 kilometers per hour. 8a. Jean asks 600 people to choose their favorite sport. The pie chart shows some of this information. I shows that 100 people chose tennis. For tennis, the sector angle 60. To find the number, divide 60 by 360, multiply by the total, which is 600, so equals 100. Double I, work out how many people chose rugby. So the angle 27, so to find how many, so 27 over 360 times the total 600 equals 45. Triple I, 125 people chose cricket and the rest chose swimming. Complete the pie chart to show this information. 125, so to find the sector angle, 125 over 600, the total, multiply by 360 equals 75. So now use your protractor to draw angle 75 for cricket. So this is the center of the circle and this is the start line. Measure angle 75, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, so 75. Now draw the sector for the cricket. So this angle 75 and this for cricket. And the last sector for swimming. B. The heights of some plants are measured. Smallest height 0.6, range 8.1, median 5.2, lower quartile 3.4, interquartile range 4.1. On the grid, draw a box and whisker plot to show this information. For box and whisker, we need 5 values. The smallest we have the median. We have the median. Lower quartile, we have the lower quartile. We need the greatest value and the upper quartile. So to find the greatest value from the range, because the range is the greatest value minus the smallest value. So greatest value minus the smallest value, which is 0.6, equals the range, which is 8.1. Now you can find the greatest value. So 0.6 go to the other side by positive, so 8.7. So this is the greatest value. And from the interquartile and lower quartile, we can find the upper quartile, because interquartile equals upper minus lower. Interquartile 4.1, so equals upper minus lower, which is 3.4. So to find the upper, transpose 3.4 to the other side by positive, so 7.5. So the upper 7.5. Now we have the upper quartile and we have the greatest value, we have the median, we have the smallest value, and we have the lower quartile. So we can draw box and whisker diagram. The least value 0.6. So 0.6. This 0. So this 0.6. Now draw bar from 0.6, or you can draw a dot only. And the lower quartile 3.4, so 3.4, this 3.4, so 3.4. Median 5.2, so 5.2, this 5.2. Upper quartile 7.5, so 7.5, 2 square and half, so this 7.5, 7.5. Now the greatest value 8.7, so 8.7, this 8.6, so 8.7 is 8.7. Now the box and whisker, lower and upper and median is better with ruler. and join this box with the least value and with the greatest value. See, a dice is rolled 100 times. The frequency table shows the result. Find the range. The range is the greatest value minus the smallest value. So 6 minus 1 equals 5. The mode is the most common or the most repeated. Look for the frequency. Take the greatest frequency, which is 25. Now the mode 2, because repeated 25 times. So 2. The median, the middle value, we have 100 times. To find the order of the median, 1 over 2 times 100 equals 50. Now if we wrote the cumulative frequency will help. The first one, the first group contains 16, so 16. 16 plus 25, 41. 41 plus 17, 58. So the first group contains the first 16 term. The second group contains still 41st term. The third contains 58. So the 50 included in the third. The third, all of them 3. So the median 3. D. 50 students answer a mathematical question. The table shows the time, t second, taken by each student to answer the question. Calculate an estimate of the mean. To find the mean, find the middle value for each group. Then multiply the middle value by the frequency. Then divide by the total frequency, which is 50. So the middle value for the first group between 10 and 20 is 15. Next, between 20 and 25, 22.5. Between 25 and 30, 27.5. 30 and 50, 40. 50 and 80, 65. Now to find the mean, multiply 15 by 2 plus 22.5 times 8 plus 27.5 times 12 plus 40 times 16 plus 65 times 12 divided by 50 equals 39.2. Number 9, if x equal x times x minus 1 times x minus 2, find the coordinates of the point where the graph y equal fx crosses the x-axis. Crosses the x-axis means y equals 0. Any point on x-axis y equals 0. So equate x times x minus 1 times x minus 2 equals 0. We have 3 solutions. X equals 0 or x minus 1 equals 0. This means x equals 1 or x minus 2 equals 0. So x equals 2. So the points 0 and 0, 1 and 0, 2 and 0. Remember that y equals 0 for all because this is the intersection with x-axis. B shows that if x equal x power 3 minus 3x power 2 plus 2x, so multiply them. You can start with multiply x minus 1 times x minus 2, x times x squared, x times negative 2 negative 2x, negative 1 times x negative x, negative 1 times negative 2 positive 2. So we can simplify to x squared minus 3x plus 2. Now multiply by x. X times x squared minus 3x plus 2 equals x power 3 minus 3x power 2 plus 2x. C. Find the coordinates of the turning points of the graph of y equal fx. So to find the turning point, find the derivative dy over dx equals 3x power 2 minus 6x plus 2, and equate the derivative by 0 and solve this quadratic. You can solve using formula because correct to one decimal place, so you cannot factorize. So a equal 3, b negative 6, c 2, and x equals negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now you can substitute. You can find the answer with calculator, but I need to write the working. So negative b, this means negative 6. So equal 6 plus minus square root b squared, so negative 6 bracket squared, minus 4 times a times c over 2a. Now use your calculator to find the answer directly. So x equal two values to one decimal place, 0.4 and 1.6. Now you can substitute to find the values for y. You have to substitute in the original function, which is x power 3 minus 3x power 2 plus 2x, by 0.4 and 1.6 to find the corresponding value for y. So if x 0.4, y equals 0.4 power 3 minus 3 times 0.4 squared plus 2 times 0.4 equals 0.4. So the first point 0.4 and 0.4. For the second point, substitute by x equal 1.6. So y equals 1.6 power 3 minus 3 times 1.6 squared plus 2 times 1.6 equals negative 0.4. So the second point 1.6 and negative 0.4 to one decimal place. Now D, sketch the graph of y equal fx. The function fx equal x power 3 minus 3 x power 2 plus 2x. Intersect x-axis at 3 points at 0, 1 and 2. So 0, 1 and 2. And the graph for the cubic function, if the coefficient of x squared positive, should be like that. We have maximum point, then we have minimum point. We found the two turning points. The two turning points 0.4 and 0.4. So this is the maximum at this point. And the second point, which is 1.6 and negative 0.4. So between 1 and 2, so negative 0.4. So we can draw a sketch like that. So this is our graph. Number 10. Sarah spins a fair four-sided spinner numbered 0, 1, 1, 3. What number is a spinner most likely to land on? Number 1, because repeated twice. Sarah spins the spinner twice. Find the probability that it lands on number 1 both times. Probability to land on number 1. We have two faces number 1, so 2 over 4. So on both, so number 1 in the first and number 1 in the second, so 2 over 4 times 2 over 4 equals 4 over 16. Can simplify to 1 over 4. Triple I. Sarah spins the spinner until it lands on number 3. On the number 3. The probability that this happens on the nth spin is 729. over 16,384. Find the value of n. So Sarah spins the spinner until it lands on number 3, so all the previous times not 3. The probability of not 3 equals probability of 3 first, 1 over 4. Probability of 3 is 1 over 4. So probability of not 3, 3 over 4. So not 3, how many times? N minus 1 times. So 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 times 3 over 4 for n minus 1 times. And for the last one is 1 over 4 because we have 3 at the last one. This equal 720 over 16,384. Now to find the value of n, just use your calculator and try to find n. So you can start with n equal 4 when n equal 3. If n equal 4, use your calculator to find the answer. If the answer is 720 over 16,384, so 4 times. If it doesn't work, go to number 5. Try n equal 5. Then try, if it doesn't work, n equals 6. If it doesn't work, n equals 7. You will find that if you put n equals 7, you get the answer. So 7 times. B. Scott takes an examination. The examination in 2 parts, a theory test and a practical test. Both parts must be passed to pass the examination. The probability that Scott passes the theory test is 0.9. The probability that Scott passes a practical test is 0.8. Find the probability that Scott passes the examination. So to pass the examination, he should pass the theory test and the practical test. So 0.9 and so multiply 0.8, so 0.72. Scott passes the theory test or the practical test, but not both. So this means he passes only one of them. So the first case, he passes the theory test, but not the practical. So 0.9 times 0.2, because if the probability to pass the practical test 0.8, so the probability to not pass 0.2, plus it doesn't pass the theory test, so 0.1 times 0.8 equals 0.26. If you're confused, you can draw 3 diagram. So for theory test, pass or not pass, 0.9, so this 0.1. For practical test, pass or not pass, 0.8, so this 0.2, and same pass, not pass. For the practical, 0.8 and 0.2. We need him to pass only one test, so pass and not pass, so this is the first branch, and not pass, this is the second branch. Then add them. Number 11, fx 2x minus 1, gx x squared plus 2x, hx 4 power x, jx 2 power x. Find the value of h3. So put x equal 3 in h, so 4 power 3, which is 64. F h3, we have h3 64, so we need f64. f64, put x equals 64 in f, so 2 times 64 minus 1, 128 minus 1, so 127. B, solve the equation g of x equals 0. So you need to find g of x first. Put f in g. Put f in g. So substitute x by 2x minus 1. So we have 2x minus 1 squared plus 2 times 2x minus 1 equals 0. Now solve this equation. Expand the first one. You can expand directly, or you can write the two brackets and multiply them. So to expand directly, 2x times 2x, 4x squared, negative 1 times negative 1, positive 1. And for the middle term, 2 times negative 1, negative 2, negative 2 times 2x, negative 4x, plus 2 times 2x, 4x, 2 times negative 1, negative 2 is equal 0. Combine the like terms. 4x and negative 4x and positive 4x cancelled. So 4x squared. 1 and negative 2, so minus 1 equals 0. We can factorize because this difference between two square. So 2x minus 1 and 2x plus 1 equals 0. So if 2x minus 1 equals 0, this means x equal 2x equal 1. So x equal 1 over 2, or 2x plus 1 equals 0. This means 2x equals negative 1 divided by 2. So x is negative half. C, b negative 1 of x equal fx. Find bx. This means bx equals f negative 1 of x. So we need to find the inverse for fx. So to find the inverse for fx, f equal to x minus 1, fx equals to x minus 1. So y equals to x minus 1. Make x as a subject, so y plus 1 equals to x. Divide by 2, so x equals y plus 1 over 2. So the inverse, x plus 1 over 2. D, hx jx equals 1 over square root 2. Find the value of x. hx 4 power x, jx 2 power x equals 1 over square root 2. 4 can be written as 2 power 2. So 4 power x is 2 power 2 all power x times 2 power x, and square root 2, this means 2 power half. 2 power half. Square root 2, this means 2 power half. Now, if you have 2 powers, multiply them. So this means 2 power 2x times 2 power x equals, if we have 1 over 2 power half, this can be written 2 power negative half. When we multiply, we add the power. So this 2 power 3x equals 2 power negative half. Now base equal base, so power equal power. So 3x equals negative half. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So x equals negative 1 over 6.